Appreciate you, man.
Growing up, we wanted an NBA contract. We wanted a pretty, more than one pretty girl. We wanted as many as we could get.
Several.
You know, we wanted us some fine vines. You know, and some
fine vines.
clothes, gear. We wanted some fine vines. You really
dressed to what number?
The 9s. Dressed to the 9s and fine vines. We wanted us a big old long Cadillac. You know.
Fancy pint nigga.
But now that and then we go to a Christian church, no, they don't put enough fear in you.
They don't. Well, you know one thing, it's beautiful you should say the Christian church, because we call the Christian church the haunted house. It's all about prosperity and what God has done for me.
Yep.
If you're not preaching the fear of the Lord, number one, they're not preaching to you.
Bro, my life feel like the end of one of them Bugs Bunny cartoons. That's all, folks. Like, bro, like bro, like the more we talk, the more comfortable we be becoming with death, because my family growing up, man, death wasn't a conversation. So I think that kind of contributed to my fear now as an adult. The fact that I never lost anybody when I was young. None of my family members died when I was young. It was when I started to get, my great grandmother passed away when I was 17, but that's so far removed. And then at 17, you know, this how you feel.
1 Corinthians, Kyle, 15:55.
This how you feel going to your great grandmother's funeral. You there, but you thinking about fine vines, matter of fact, soon as it's over, you going to the movies with the chick, because this is somebody in your family, but you far removed, so it don't hit you the way it do.
Yeah.
Now that we pushing the grave ourselves as men that basically can be put in an elderly home. You know, elderly home started, elderly living facility started, 50 years old?
Shit, nowadays 40.
Right. So here we are, and we stuck in this matrix, and we and I don't know why I'm so afraid, but that's just what it seems to be. It's, put it like this, it's chickens. It's a part of a conglomerate of sins that add up to my own catchphrase is when you don't get to choose how your chickens come home to roost. When I see people living their life and they 50 something and they smiling, I don't get to do that. I be so afraid that I'm gonna drop dead and get judged. You know?
You know, Kyle holding something. You still got it, Kyle. Mm-hmm. Give him that, because that goes right into what you're talking about.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 55. Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting?
We at the point where we looking for the death, because it's like, what the elder is saying in so many words is that he's come to the grips of, like, death is not easily to embrace, but we know it's something we can't get around. Right. But even though it's something we can't get around, we ain't, you know, because we have cares, certain cares of this world that matter to us, like family and children. Mm-hmm. You know, you tend to worry, okay, well, what, you know, how they, you know, you worried about the impact it's going to have on them. And so now it's like, damn, okay. Because it's hard. Like, I had a conversation with my mom's, like maybe 2 weeks ago. Me and my mom's, we talked. When me and the elder, like, she's my backup and my daughter, my youngest daughter. And so I told my mom, I say, listen, I'm finna have an uncomfortable. I say, you know, when you get, I'm noticing when I get a certain age, the Lord is almost telling me, like, I got to start having more uncomfortable conversations. Mm-hmm. A lot of those uncomfortable conversations is, okay, if something happened to me today, I got everything mapped out how I want it. And before I can go any further, why you talking like that? Like I ain't ready to, I'm supposed to die before you and all this stuff and all that. And she was like, son, like, where does that come from where you could just come out of nowhere and just be like, okay, I ain't got that much time, so this is how I want my, you know how the white folks do a video, and then what the first thing is say in the video, if you watching this, that means I'm dead, right?
Right.
That's where I'm at. It's like,
Right.
damn, dude, it's like, okay, the Lord giving me every day another opportunity to make that video, and I don't want to make the video. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
damn. So I think the elder is kind of in that space where it's like, okay, dude, like, I'm okay. Like I had asked him earlier, I said, bro, if you was in prison and you had a life sentence, death would be easier to embrace because the people that you closest to, you don't have access to them. So it's like, well, damn. It's really me by myself now. So if I get a phone call and the Lord say at 12 o'clock tonight, you out of there, it ain't gonna really be it ain't gonna be a shock factor, because ain't no cares of the world that would even put the worthiness of life in you. But when you have a wife and then children, like that's his everything. That's his heartbeat. That's his everything. So that's what keeps him, the stability, that the little stability he do got. That's almost it.
You ever seen like a family and they walking around, somebody in their family older through the store, they look like they might have dementia or Alzheimer's or something?
Yeah.
That's how my family have to treat me now. That's how Ishmael, that's how my daughter, that's how my wife, that's how they gotta treat me now.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about it is that they love me enough to do it.
Oh yeah.
They have to. I have to have my hand held like a child.
Mm-hmm.
He
ain't lying, bro. It don't seem like it, but yeah, man. We can tell you some stories off camera. You be like, whoa.
Yeah, and it's sad because, you know, like it's the Lord. He want me to be afflicted.
God.
You know, like I said, I can still do things.
Oh, yeah.
I can still clean up. I can still work. But once that fear hit me, I curl up and it's over. It ain't. I'm talking about. I'm worth nothing. Guns don't help, because the way I view guns is they don't really work, because I look at it like the Lord controlling everything. The gun ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
It ain't. It's a delusion that if I get a gun, that my life is protected when I'm in traffic. We not against guns. The Bible ain't even against them.
Facts. Right.
First of all, I want to let that be well known. You can have a sword
all day,
but I choose not to have a sword because I look at it like, where is my faith? I can't say that I would never carry a sword, but I don't have confidence in a sword. I don't. I'm not the type of person who want to be shooting. That's just not part of my personality. So I kind of really just try to basically live in a world like a little white kid that's rich in the suburbs. Yeah, like everything's good. Where's the ice cream? You know, and we deep down inside, we know that ain't what it is. But I try to block out the fears of being a black man in the black community with all this evil and wickedness in the hearts of our people. Yeah. I try to block that out and pretend like everything is Saturday morning cartoon commercials.
Right. You know, it's if you really paying attention to the sentiments of what the elder is speaking on, we're not telling nobody not to approach life like it's grand. We're just spiritually in a place where we don't have the luxury to feel like that. Like we can't even manufacture that type of happiness. We so far into this thing. Kyle, you got that?
Yeah.
You give them that Romans 14:8.
Romans chapter 14, verse 8. For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, dude, we in the trick bag. Like the Lord controls all of this. Now, I might get humor out of this. See, we in the spirit know how to decode certain words. Like there was a comedy show back in the day that was very known called Def Comedy Jam, right? That's what you get when you sign up for this. Def Comedy Jam. What we mean by that is the Lord got you in the trick bag. He laughing at you because guess what? At the end of the day, death awaits you. No matter, you can have the best day. Imagine you have a perfect day. Let's just say you and the family. If you can just think of an amazing day that y'all have, right? Even though you basking in the ambience, even though everything is sweet, nice, couldn't be no perfecter, right? At the end of that day, guess what still awaits him? Death. It's just a matter if the Lord pulled the switch or not. You could be your healthiest, and out of nowhere, before you can even embrace your hands, eat that cheese. Oh,
yep.
Like,
Your ass kink up.
That's where we at. Like the elder right now, he seemed fine, but this morning,
my left side of my chest was hurting all morning.
Hey, you do not want to live in the residency of left side of your chest.
Dog, as soon as it started hurting, you just be sitting there with this blank look on your face like,
is this it? Hey, which one is worse? I'm gonna have the elder give y'all this. Okay, remember when COVID first hit, you was like, yeah, man, I was hearing people saying they couldn't breathe and all that. And then once it hit you, what was your breathing?
Listen, I had COVID. I was skating through that shit. Like, me and my wife had it, bro. And remember, everybody was off work.
Yeah.
Nobody was at work. So me and my wife is sitting up in the house 2 months. It was a long time. 2 months off work or something crazy? 3 months. It was crazy. Nobody was at work. Me and my wife got addicted to movie candy, which was, that was a government psyop. Because as soon as COVID hit, they started advertising all the movie candy. If you notice, you would go to, everybody was Netflixing.
Yeah.
So you would go to Woodman's and all the movie candy gone. They couldn't keep it in stock.
Fact.
So I thought my teeth was going to be rotten. And come to find out, I ain't even get no cavities, bro. But the way we was eating that damn candy, I just knew I was going to have at least one cavity, bro. But I didn't, dog. When I tell you we was eating it, but everybody was. They never had movie candy in the stores.
Right.
Walmart sold out of all the boxes of movie candy. The dots.
Yeah.
The fishes. The Swedish.
The licorice.
The licorice. The sour patch kids.
Raisinets.
I'm talking about everything. You couldn't find it. It would just be gone because everybody was at home watching. So I watched TV with my wife, boo. I was feeling really good at the time. My body wasn't really giving me no problems back then like it's giving me now. And man, I'd be up every morning, down at the lake, walking around, hanging out. And I had COVID. So I caught COVID, nothing changed. I'm like, man, this little shit, this ain't nothing. That 4th day in the COVID, I was laying down in the bed and was like, yeah, it's chilling, Uh-oh. What's that? Oh snap! I got to praying like a mother. Oh, that's what they were talking about. You can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That 4th day it hit me, but then I woke up the next day. I was fine.
Now let me ask you this: take yourself back to that point where you was like, dude, like when you was like, like you was embracing it, like man, like you was like panic mode, right?
Yep.
Now, which one would you rather have? That breathing or that left side of your chest?
Man, bro.
Which one?
That's about a tie. Man, I don't think you could choose.
See that's my point. You never know where the Lord will take it when it comes to physical afflictions. It's another thing. He don't even talk about this no more. He suffered from is it chronic migraines or
No, I don't have migraines no
or
more.
the
That was when
headaches?
I was young.
Just I know he used to suffer from that, but
I fixed that with diet and exercise.
So the left side of your chest, right? We're personally we're personally vested in the left side because the nut sacks that we come from.
You virtually vested in the left side.
Yeah, because the nut sacks we both come from lost. They lost to that battle.
Young too.
Yeah, lost.
They could have lived many more years. Your dad was what, 70?
He was 71, 72.
He could have lived many more years.
Yeah, man.
My daddy was 68. They could have lived many more years.
Yeah.
My grandfather, he was a chain smoker and he lived to see 78. He didn't even have no heart problems.
Yeah, man. That's the mailman, probably.
Oh, that's my wife.
Oh, that's the Liz. Okay. So, what are we saying, y'all? When you loop this back around, paranoia, scared, uncertainty, all of that should make you say to yourself, okay, you know what? If this man, 49 years old, look fit, pretty fit for a 49-year-old black man, right? Even though it looks good, it seems good, it's somebody in worse shape than him feel much better than him.
Yeah.
How does that work, huh?
Bro, it's because mental health
Yeah,
is
man.
beastie, bro.
Yeah.
If you've never suffered from mental health problems, you think that physical health problems is worse, but it's not.
Yeah.
I know it's a fly out here or something.
Yeah.
You think, oh man, I'm sick. Once you become mentally ill, which is demonic possession,
Facts.
this is totally more. I would say that is. I can't say that it's more debilitating than physical.
Yeah.
But it's just as serious, bro. If not worse in certain situations.
Well,
like because of my mental health problems, I would never be able to hold down a job. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Because mental health, if you look up panic attack disorder, or
that'll take you out alone when
or,
you're working around other people.
Yeah, or you look at schizophrenia. If you look at what these diseases, these mental health diseases cause, how you gonna work if you have an episode? Like I told you, my family have to hold my hand like I'm a child.
Yeah.
Like you mess around and go to tweaking, you'll mess around and walk off that job and be sitting in the park, laying down in the grass in the parking lot. Your boss will be like, "Where's Joey at?" He left. Man, you finna get fired.
Right.
But your back will stiffen. Panic disorder cause physical symptoms.
Let me tell you, bro. Just to concur what you're saying, bro. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2014 for sure. Dog, I had a massive case of anxiety, bro. I'm talking about, dog. You almost feel like you about to die all the time. And it's sudden. It ain't like it just, you see it coming, that shit just, it hits you. Mm-hmm. And when you in that space, dog, you be like reaching for shit that ain't there because you trying to embrace like dog, I wouldn't, anxiety attack, mental illness, I wouldn't wish that on the enemy, bro. Bro, that shit is.
It feel like when I'm in traffic, it feel like it's a plot to kill me. And I be putting the plot on different scenarios. I be like, man, why is this car following me? Or wow, is this one of the people who connected with one of the people who want to? Bro, it's bad. It's wearing it's wearing me thin. But I be scared to leave the house. When I first started reading the symptoms of this these diseases, these mental health diseases, they said people will be like, they don't want to leave the house. I'm like, I ain't got that. I'll leave the house. Yeah. No, bro, that was I must be progressing. Cause bro, listen, I only can lead. You know how you see somebody finna jump double judge?
Yeah.
I can only jump in the game
when stop him and start him over.
When I got confidence. So remember, I told you
the last video too.
The other night that
the next one
that I went to the grocery store at 9
at night.
$20.
You can stop.